It is that time again. We are in for another orthodontist appointment and update. I don't think I'm getting my little back piece off of my aligners today, but I'm hoping we've made some progress with this tooth. But let me turn this phone off. Yes, this is the thing though. My water heater broke and it last night flooded my garage. It's like I've had the whole house, I redid my pipes in my whole house. I had 3 leaks. I replaced all 3 air conditioning units. I just replaced my pool pump. What else could go wrong? This has been one heck of a day. But I'm hoping to get some good news at the orthodontist because gosh knows, I need it. This has been a rough few weeks. Hi ladies. Okay, I'm actually excited to just be sitting in this chair for a minute, just a moment to breathe from all the water heater drama. But there's all my little tools. We're gonna check out the teeth. I just need this front tooth to straighten up. And it's still a little bit, still not quite there, but I'm hoping I get some good news. All right, we just finished. He was in my mouth a long time, so tell everybody what is going on with my mouth, what plan?
Yes, so we are getting down to these final stages. Your bite's getting very, very close. You're starting to notice like very minor interferences, so we're honing in where exactly those interferences are so we can adjust those and get the bite ideal. And then the biggest issue we've been working on is getting the roots upright on those front 2 teeth especially. And so we've definitely made improvement, but we're not quite there yet. And so, traditionally there are some movements that braces do better and some movements that clear aligners do better. And certainly moving the roots through the bone are a movement that braces do better. And that's why we have on the back kind of that little wire and those attachments to help with that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to transition you over to what's called the direct printed clear aligner, which is, if you just looked at them on the table, they would look pretty much the same as any other clear aligner like Invisalign or whatnot. But what these ones are is they are thermodynamic. So they're 3D printed directly. So there's no intermediate step. You don't print a model and then use a plastic to suck down over top. It's actually directly printed. So the fit is as precise as possible. It essentially hugs every single surface of the tooth. And it's thermodynamic, meaning that there's a protocol you do at night, heating up the aligners in water, or heating up water and then putting the aligners in there that actually restore the forces of the aligners. They have what's called like shape memory or thermodynamic properties. So every time you do that, it's almost like the properties are exactly the same as when the aligner was first made. So it kind of restores the strength of the aligner. So for really stubborn movements like this, we're going to be using these aligners to, it's truthfully our last effort to be able to correct this without actually putting either braces on the front or the back of those front teeth, multiple teeth, in order to align it with traditional wires like that. We're going to see if we can get there with these last auxiliaries we have on the back, the current ones that we have on the back with the small wire, and then these aligners to get that root upright and completed.
How long do you wear each of the aligners for this new protocol?
Yeah,
is it similar?
Yeah, typically it's a week or 2 weeks. So when we make the movements, we'll give a recommendation on that. And kind of like the way you know that you've worn a specific aligner enough is that after you do that boiling protocol, you'll notice like the first few days and maybe even week or so. Every time you do that boiling protocol, it's like, oh, I feel the force, I feel the force, I feel the force. And then when you get toward the end of that aligner and the work that it's going to do on those teeth, then it's like you do the boiling protocol and you really don't feel much at all. And so that's like, okay, now we're ready for the next one.
So those aligners, are those used, do some people use those from the beginning as a protocol?
Yeah, we're actually using those more and more over time. So like 2025, we've started a lot more cases with those from the beginning. So we talked about, there are some drawbacks as well. In fact, I think we just released a YouTube video on it on Vegas Orthodoc, talking about like all of the details of the good and some of the challenges with them. So the biggest challenge is that it's a more porous material, so it feels a little different in your mouth. It doesn't feel as smooth, and it is more prone to pick up stains. So like the cleaning protocols are a little bit more in depth. But the mechanical properties and being able to renew the aligner with the boiling water protocol it's unlike anything we've ever had before. And so we're seeing the level of tracking and the teeth moving within the aligners to be so much more precise than with any other system we've ever had. So,
okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, and then we're going to scan me. Are we scanning today?
Yep, we're going to scan you today. Yep, and you'll keep going with the regular aligners you have until you get these new ones. So.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. He polished my teeth. The four, there was like 4 or 6, there were tags that were on my top teeth that helped with when I had my MARPE expansion on there, and it left these like little squares. Anyway, he was in my mouth for a long time polishing that, but oh my god, I have to tell you this, so funny. Anyway, so we're on the road. I'm on this new protocol, but whenever they take off I've got this little chain in the back and some wires. I'm hungry. And whenever they take it out, I get to floss in between that one tooth because you can't reach the floss right in the front, and I'm a flosser. I love to floss. And so anytime he takes that off, I'm like, oh, please give me some floss so I can floss there. It was orgasmic. It was orgasmic just being able to floss that one tooth. It is heaven. But anyway, we're on to a new routine, because this new aligner that he explained that I'm going to be getting is something that I have to boil every night. You have to boil water, and then you have to leave it in the water for 5 to 20 minutes. Seems like another thing for me to do. I've got my routine is just getting longer and longer, but I'm hoping that fixes this one tooth so that everything is straightened and I don't have to go put traditional braces on the front of my teeth. That is the last thing that I want to do. And now I've got to go home and deal with my water heater. The people came to look at it, and they're assessing everything, and then they're going to let me know how much it's going to cost. So I'm crossing fingers that it's not more than $3,000, because I'm just done with this. It's become the money pit. My house, I have never had a house that has had this many repairs that it needed. I mean, I've lived in a lot of homes, but it's like, I don't know. I've replaced just about everything in this house, so I'm hoping that this is it for a while. Okay. Have a good day. Did you hear my stomach growling? I need to go get something to eat. All I've had is my tea. She's a hungry girl.